Yeah.
Yee. Well, hey. Okay.
Hi there.
Wow.
I'm Dustin.
I am tired.
Tired.
Also, Lorraine.
I have to say, you doing that was the ride. Just reminded me there was a there was a Fallout Plays Destiny video recently where they had like a wheel of punishments that they had to do while playing Trials. And they were all pretty ridiculous, but I laughed the hardest when one of them was they had to make a Mario noise every time they jumped in game. I don't know.
Wahoo!
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wahoo! Wahoo! Wahoo!
I mean, we kind of do stuff like that anyway, and I wouldn't call that punishment. I call that content.
Well, I mean, there you go. I watched it, so
Delightful.
mission accomplished. New Destiny stuff next week.
Wow. Thank God. Get Guardian Games over.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think the next podcast we'll be talking about the last season of Destiny and the next season of Destiny. Which I don't know. What's the calendar like? Is that this weekend? I don't fucking remember.
What?
Podcast time.
Mm.
Let me see. Yeah, that would be this weekend if we stay on some kind of track. But anyway, like we said, I'm Lorraine. She's Dustin.
Uh-huh.
You got it. You know. And we're going to do a little something in the game and still just chat a little bit. One thing.
Games.
Let's see if this works out of the get-go, and I'll show you this thing.
Massive doubt. Doubtaga.
Oh, no. It's like a lot of doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the most doubt? Is there one higher than
No,
that?
because it's like Kira, like Fyra, and then Fyraga. So Doubtaga, right? Final Fantasy.
Oh, God.
Spell.
Okay, well, this might work. It might not. Let's see.
Magic tier system. I just want to know. Titles are split into 4 spells. 2 being Ra, 3rd being Da, Ga, Da is also using.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, Ga. Generally. Starting content now?
No.
Oh.
I mean, no. Now I have to test something else, unfortunately.
Kiraga is a thing.
Okay. Alright, what is working? It's not working down the drain, so there's a... Have to investigate that, rather. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to hand me that
Yeet.
that controller a second. But first, I want you to handle this. Oh,
No.
push the Xbox button.
Fuck is that?
So this thing I got earlier today. I ordered it a couple days ago.
Ugly as sin.
I got it because it was on sale. Because they had an open box one of it that said it was an excellent condition. It appears to be working fine. At Best Buy. But this is a different weird Elite controller.
I hate it. I hate like everything about it.
So this is the Thrustmaster something.
Yes, it is.
eSwap X Pro controller. That's what this controller is called.
No, it's the Thrustmaster.
But it's got a bunch of swappable parts and buttons on the back instead of fucking paddles.
Ew.
And I'm gonna give it a swing in like Destiny and stuff. And see how I feel
God!
about
Why
it.
do you hate yourself?
Well, I just wanted to try it out. I wanted to, so here's the thing. I like the way it feels in the hand, at least.
Because your hands are fucking enormous.
Well, that's what I wanted you to hold. So hold that, and then give it to me
because
I'm gonna need it for
Xbox
testing this.
controller.
And then, and now hold this and tell me how much bigger you think it feels, because it definitely feels larger. I'm curious.
This thing, oh my god, what is this? The Duke? Thrustmaster. This is big. This is big for my tiny little.
Like that's uncomfortable. You wouldn't want to play with that thing for like an hour.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's uncomfortable. It's just unwieldy. Like I feel like I'm feeling like 2 steps removed from the gamepad for the Wii U over here.
Okay.
Like,
because for me,
first of all, this is happening right now.
Oh, I didn't even notice that was on there. Okay.
Thrustmaster. Why is it called that and then something else?
Well, that's just the name of the they make fucking steering wheels and shit. That's the company that makes it. Is Thrustmaster.
I hate it though. Like this thing is just ugly.
I mean, I'll grant you, it's not an attractive looking device.
No, it is not.
But I want to try that out. I'll be curious.
I will say this part of it does feel kind of nice.
And those come off, so you can
like
buy
a softness
like
to
just
it.
yank it.
Oh, yike.
Yeah, so you can get like textured grips and shit if you want.
It already is textured though.
Oh, you can get a different texture.
It's like magneted. Ew, it's magneted. Ew,
yeah.
That's weird. Look at that. Watch. Get that hot ASMR.
I guess you could just leave them off if you're some kind of sick pervert.
That is that is the correct terminology. Why are there like switches here?
So those are like the trigger throw. I think they didn't seem to change it a ton. They just make the trigger throw shorter.
What is it?
And then here, I'll show you the last thing about this thing. That is one of the reasons it's so weird looking is
it's ugly.
All right, so check this shit out.
Never.
You got joysticks, right? Joysticks and a D-pad. If you want to change the layout of your joysticks, you just you yank that shit off. So you can swap them to be PlayStation style if you want. Like you can put this joystick here and move the D-pad up here. You could put 2 sticks over here and the D-pad over here.
Why?
Again, if you're some kind of deviant.
I want to see it. I want to take the things off. I want to play with the ugly controller.
But that's the other reason I got it. I was like, if the sticks wear out and you want to replace them,
how do you get this out?
It's a no effort, like relatively small purchase.
Pull that out?
So here's the thing. I bought that thing open box, and the only things it didn't come with were a little baggie to hold it, and there's supposed to be a little tool you stick in there to yank it out. But if you just really dig your fingernails in the edges of the D-pad and pull, you can get it out of there.
About it. I don't want to pull on the D-pad itself.
I can try to get it out. I got it out earlier.
Are these like the same then? So if I put
I don't think they're any different. I think the sticks are just the sticks.
I want to move the buttons.
Yeah, I'm surprised of all the things they did on there. They didn't make the buttons like hot swappable too.
What is it?
But
she's so confused.
So yeah, I don't know. Mess with that thing. See if it's any good.
I don't like it. Yes.
Here, let me see. I'll try to swap it just so you can. No, Colette, don't.
What is it?
Don't attack the controller.
What is it? It's cord. You've seen cords before. She's so befuddled.
Here, let me see.
So flummoxed. Flummoxed.
Okay, yeah, I just had to like really get in there. So yeah, that does come out. So if you want it to be like a PlayStation,
you should have put both the sticks on the same side.
Let's do that.
GameCube it up.
All right, you asked for it.
Yes.
Oh, that's gross. That's weird. I don't
Thanks,
like that
I hate it. Oh, I hate it so much.
Yeah, we got a right D-pad and 2 joysticks on the left.
Perfect.
I mean, so here's the other thing. If you buy more spare parts, you could do 3 D-pads or 3 joysticks if you wanted to. Which, that's pretty fucking fucked up. But, anyway. Well, I guess we're not going to use this right now because I don't feel like fucking with that in particular today. And it appears to not quite be correctly mapped with, down the drain isn't recognizing it exactly correctly. So,
woo.
I'm going to need this cable. Snatch. Okay. I'll go back to the regular ass Xbox controller for whatever we're gonna get up to today. So yeah, I'll have some thoughts on this thing at some point. But
oh, he's gonna have some thoughts. That's one thing I know about Dustin is that he has thoughts.
That's true. But yeah, it's like you said, it's not a particularly attractive looking thing, but I'll have to see how it stacks up after getting some gameplay in. Okay. Anyway, how you doing?
Present.
What? Stop. Don't attack.
She wants the cord.
Don't attack cords. That bad. What was I gonna do? Hey, stop. No, those aren't for kitties. Controller cords aren't for kitties.
Does it have one of those ties on it? Is that what?
No, this is just like a mattress sticker. It's like, hey, don't remove this or something.
What are you doing? Are you a nuisance? Go find your feather. Go play with the feather. You've got a twist tie like right there,
too. TouchSense technology licensed from Immersion Software Ireland Limited.
What if I take your twist tie? You dropped it. You found it. You're good now. Good girl. Play with your betwixt tie.
It's a legal notice, and now it's gone.
I'm really upset. So you can see the multimedia devices right there. I will have to shorten the name if you want all of Uwooter to show up on there, by the way. Because it is named that. You can see that as its name, but when it shows it anywhere like that, it has to truncate it, and you can't see all of Uwooter, and it's a travesty. For what I have been told has to be my computer name, and which I have accepted as my computer's name, the fact that it cannot be seen is a crime.
Well, yeah, we can do that.
I have too long of a name. And that is not my fault. Mm-hmm. In theory, maybe, because I did at one point change my name, and maybe could have fixed it then. But that would have been a much
Should it get shorter or longer? Stay the same. Mm-hmm. How many letters?
8. Got shorter by like 2 letters. Good job.
I guess.
Dropped the U and an R. That was it. Those are the only things that changed.
Cat. Colette, you're just sitting down there all befuddled like.
She's playing with a twist tie under the desk.
I'm not 100% sure how much we're going to do today, but there's one specific thing I do want to get done.
Amazing.
You know what's on this list? Hold on, I gotta read some of this stuff.
Oh god, he has to read. One of the things I found while going through
here we go.
That box the other day was a very Gravity Falls Read poster looking Scholastic Books Pokemon poster that I have. And it's just like, I could go get it if you really want me to, because I do know where it is. But it's just like some very stock, basic pictures of Pokemon with some clip art ass books in front of them. And it's beautiful.
Turn this volume way the hell down.
Way the hell up. That is the opposite of what I wanted.
Huh.
What?
Now it's
everything's
reboot
fucked?
Unity. No, it's just that oh, so that is mapped. It's just mapped to the wrong button. Okay, it's got the same configuration as when I plugged into the controller.
No.
I just reboot it and see. It should address it.
No.
Just out of curiosity. Huh. That's weird. I wonder if there's something else going on. That definitely shouldn't persist outside of, like, individual runtimes. That is so weird. Well, which, let's load into, like, oops. Yeah, the A button isn't firing the bubbles for some reason. None. Oh, well, I don't remember if that's supposed to be a thing or not. I think there might be something going on here. Check reference not set to instance of an object. Must be this. So it's actually this. Oh, I wonder if that's... Huh. That's so weird.
What's that?
Just don't know why this isn't working. That's real strange. I don't remember the last time we messed with it or if we had any problems with it. Let's try the PS5 controller just for the heck of it. Okay, so this thing's working fine. Since it was mad before, I bet it's going to be even madder if we hot swap, but whatever. We're doing it. Yeah, it's just wrong. I wonder if it's because that controller tried to install some drivers or something. It said something about restoring my PC. Well, I'll have to investigate that separately. Alright, well, this one seemed to be working fine. Oh, and then I unplugged the thing and it got mad.
Yay! Get mad. Every time.
Alright, anyway.
Well.
Make a little note over here. Okay.
Won't they come? You cannot be stopped. There is no hope.
Do those things get destroyed on their own, or I forget?
In theory, they would.
Or like when we were messing with this, is that one of the last things we did? Was I think we changed the amount of things that spawn out of them, and that kind of fucked everything up.
Might have.
To get my head back together with things as we left them.
Because he's got access, so you shouldn't be taking damage.
Was he there?
He was not. He shouldn't be. Yep. Good old peh from a stills.
Health equals spawns times 5.
How does it be, Brian?
Is this even what I'm supposed to be looking at? Do you remember?
Those are the spawners. So those are the individual guys.
How's it going, Brian? Number of spawns equals spawns. That's getting passed in. Oh, I did not like that.
Green Island is a 10 out of 10 story arc. How do you block someone in Twitch chat?
Wait, I can't tell if you're... Are you trolling me, or...
That's what Brian said.
Creed Island is like a 3 out of 20. Although I think every story arc in Hunter is kind of shit, except for the Tower,
Heaven's Arena,
and yeah, Heaven's Arena, and fucking other than that, the Hunter exam and the Phantom Troop are tied for second least shittiest arc of Hunter x Hunter.
The Spider arc is pretty good.
What's that?
I'm assuming that's the auction.
Oh yeah, okay.
Phantom Troop spiders.
Yeah, that's
spider
like
tattoos.
I don't know. Maybe that's even. I'm trying to remember all the stupid. Reminding me that part of that was that most of that was about the auction makes me think that is actually shittier than I remember. So.
That's not being fair. That arc is good.
Just like everything in Hunter x Hunter, there's like one thing that is good about whatever's going on, and like 8 things that are boring or irritating. And the good thing that's going on in that arc is that Kurapika has beef with the Phantom Troop, and the bad thing in that arc is every other thing that happens in that arc. That's why fucking, what's it called? That's why Heaven's Arena gets away scot-free. Because it's just about going at Kilo, basically. And there's just, like, they power up a little and fight. Like, and it's a fighting tournament. Like, you don't don't get it twisted. Sometimes you can just have a fighting tournament in your shonen thing.
That's
it's fine.
A lie. And you know it.
No, I can't do this. We had a mission here.
So it is. I did not bring this up at all. Brian shows up into the chat,
drops
Green Island,
on
stirs the pot.
You better still be here. If he did that and then bailed, I'd be super pissed. Anyway,
followed this up with tournament arcs are typically 1 out of 10.
That's true. You're not wrong.
Derail that bad. Well, because you don't understand how many feelings Dustin has brewing inside of him about Hunter x Hunter.
I could write
every day
2 thesis papers about how bad I think Hunter x Hunter is, just on the whole, like as a collective work. But you're not wrong. Actually, I agree with you. Most of the time, tournament arcs are on the lower end of shonen series, but in this case, I actually think that one is a greater than all the other content that is around it for the most part. It spins its wheels the least, that's for fucking sure.
It is a very snappy arc.
So there's this, which is called by something. None to give. And so that's a random number from 10 to 16. So so those are getting a number pass that says 10 to 16, but I mean, each of those spawners definitely didn't spawn.
No, they didn't seem to keep
that
going.
many things.
Is there like, do you know if there's like a
Let's just change this back because I bet this was like 1 or 2 or something.
Might have been.
Just to, because I do sort of remember. I can look back at our notes and see if we made a note about this. But, I sort of remember when we were fucking around with this the last time we were online and it didn't work right. Like, it didn't progress the encounter for some fucking reason. I'm sure that. Honestly, maybe we'll even maybe this is the thing. The thing I wanted to accomplish tonight was to fix the spawns for the boss projectiles to make them spawn in like a more uniform direction around his now circular fight area. But maybe we'll just see if we can't resolve this instead. So let's see if it works. Like, so now there should be 1 of each, and then I'll just kill them, and then the boss fight should continue. It didn't appear to work either. Okay, but no. So you do have to shoot them.
Yeah, you'd have to do that before too.
So that is a all right. So that must mean that let's change that number back to be at least slightly higher and see what happens then, because that would actually explain more of this code. Where this health thing is a function of spawns. That so if those numbers got passed, it's still weird that they stopped spawning when those numbers were clearly higher, but so then let's just double check to see if I kill all these, does the fight still progress? Okay, it sure does. All right, good. Okay. So then there are 2 potential issues there. One is you have to make sure that health is and there's no that's actually the real thing, right? Is there's no way to tell. It's not as obvious to see if we're hitting those. I guess the burst animation on the bubbles might change a little.
You can tell if damage is being done or not, depending on how the animation plays when it.
Because when that value was higher, I couldn't tell if I couldn't hit them or if their health was just higher. But I feel like I shot enough random bubbles, just add a couple of them, that they probably were just invincible. Let's change this to like a just go up to 2, whatever. And I forget when we were discussing that before what your personal feelings were, but
they have health equal to it's sort of equal to it. It was supposed to be just a function of how many they were going to spawn, and they randomly spawned a set amount, depending on things. And I think
so a couple of those spawned extra ones. The yellow one hasn't yet. I wonder if there's something that's causing some of these individual spawners to lock up.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that too.
Because a couple of them spawned extra guys. Right now we have a total of 6 things on the field. And if they were spawning linearly and just up to the number that specified each, it should be 8, obviously. That's interesting. which means that if I kill all this stuff, I might be able to kill some of the spawners, not other ones. Like, the yellow one didn't spawn its full allotment, I know that for sure. So if we go over here, I like put a whole clip into this thing, I'm guessing it's not gonna die. No. What about this one? No. Oh yeah, that one did die. Oh, the yellow one died too. So I wasn't.
There was
able
a bit
to
of
kill
a
it.
delay.
It just like took a second.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can I kill all of them? Let's see.
Yeah,
That one went down. And that one went down like instantly. Like I scratched it. So those other two had more health. Although I think those were the ones that spawned just not as many things. Huh. We're gonna have to do some serious investigating here. But they did progress the fight. And then I can in fact kill the boss. Okay. What are you giggling about?
Making memes.
Making memes?
Uh-huh.
Oh, also some of the colors doubled up there, which, like, I know that's the thing I said. I'm guessing that must not have been a thing we quite implemented to have it spawn each of the colors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think we actually did that.
All right, well, let's... Oh, that one's... Huh, that was weird. Well, let's do that, because I think, honestly, that'll help, I think that might just help, at least help us backpedal our way into diagnosing some of these issues, because then we'll be able to figure out each one by color in any given instance.
Yeah, it'll help us figure out which one is fucked.
So the...
It's whatever calls that. I don't remember exactly.
This is parsed color.
Assignments.
And that is passed in here. I'm guessing that is probably in this script too. Oh, apparently not. But no, it is there. I don't know why that search didn't work.
So we had it spawn one guy
String
at a
colors.
time.
So this is actually called from...
And that seemed to work just fine. It's whenever there's more, it gets kind of weird. I don't know how easy that would be without making one spawner spawn at once. Will take a lot more dancing around than maybe is necessary.
So this is just the start of this. Color string. Color.
The health is a variable. We can very easily fuss with that.
Oh, create color string. There we go.
Literally right there. I mean, if you want to just reset it to that, you could just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That'll do for now. And then, group spawn max. So this is separate even from the spawns value. So we have the spawns value.
So I think that is the spawn max is the number that can be on the screen at the same time, I believe. Because the way that it did initially work when it was functioning correctly when I was first doing it was I didn't want them to just like keep shitting out enemies at the same time while you couldn't kill them. So it would, if it hits that max threshold, it waits. And once the number on screen went down, like see goops on screen right there, in spawning goops right below in that function. Right there? Nope. Whatever. It would just wait and see if it can get it. Wait, what about that? I wonder, go all the way to the bottom. All the way at the bottom.
Sorry, I was looking at other stuff.
Do you think that that's not getting called? See, 0 references. I bet it's not getting called because you changed how those guys work. So that's probably why they're not spawning more. Because that's supposed to be...
Goop on screen. Death check.
Because if that goop on screen... Because see, they're supposed to die when their guys go away. And that's
and
why that's not happening.
These are separate checks, so you can hurt them if the goops
Yes,
are...
you can definitely... Because that was part of the thing with the original fight. That's why they had health at all with that variable on it. Because you could kill them and not kill the rest of the guys. Mm-hmm. So I bet if you can implement that chaser died function, that might solve some
doable.
of the problems.
Yeah,
so
you're probably right. When I changed,
there's 0 references to it, Dustin. It's not getting called.
I'm saying your timing is when this broke. Must have been when I changed those guys to be more uniform with the other enemy scripts. Mm-hmm. Okay, we can do that. But first we need to find their fucking script.
There should be pretty easy to find. Let's go to project. If you go to scripts, enemy scripts, chaser scripts. Look at that. It's right there. Probably controller. I doubt it's movement. See, it has the spawner. It gets the spawner.
So it even is still getting a reference to it. Does it like store that somewhere?
Let's find out. Home spawner.
Let's see.
The home variable.
Nope, that's not right.
It's literally highlighted. It's literally highlighted.
So I'm gonna see if it references it anywhere else even.
Call spawner when created to set it up.
Okay, so it is just...
I mean, it's still right there. It's probably just not anywhere else.
And then... Yeah, that's not referenced otherwise. Update. Check stun.
I can troubleshoot this because I made like all of this. Like it got changed after the fact. Just find its death check. Take damage. Does it not have a death check? Did you get rid of their death check? Has been hurt.
It might
Oh, it has like a basic one.
Yeah, it's probably... Where did take damage go? I think it was below this.
Change target. I mean, take damage could even just be there's has been hurt. I bet take damage is a base level one. I'm trying to like piece back your...
In here, let's just...
Your changes.
So this probably inherits enemy base. Yeah.
Enemy controller base.
Pin this one anyway. There's take damage. And that can be overridden, which I don't actually know if it was or not. And then it's got to check death check.
It's virtual. It
also,
can be overwritten.
It can be overwritten. Say that makes sense.
Okay.
Seems like a thing I would do.
I mean, I know there's. I'm sure there's some things that need the overwritten death check.
Okay.
Womp.
Well, in that case, I think all we have to do is
Override that. Just make sure everything else is correct. Did it? I wonder. No.
So those are the little base version. That's fine. No, here it is. This is overridden. Okay, that's fine. I mean, let's just put this one right here. Also.
But does it already like?
What?
I don't think it was checked.
Not a capital, probably.
No. Why was it mad about that?
Not sure.
Chaser, right above you. No.
Is it not protected? Is it public?
But it's virtual. It's protected. Void. Is the other one not void somehow, or is the base? Is that the difference?
Oh, that's probably what it's actually not about. Maybe? No?
Well, no, because it's Marta's projectile is what it's hitting. Go look at the. Go back to the enemy controller base. It's the input that it's messed up. No. Enemy controller base, Dustin. Not level setup controller. That.
Oh, God damn it.
Nope. I would just look at that function, the original one, in the base.
Oh, God damn it. I mean, I guess that none of that matters because I just need to do.
There you go. You still need to pass it the projectile base.
And here, we just need to do another check for the health.
Home dot chaser. No, this is not what you want. This is not what you want. Because it's calling all of this, right? That's the thing.
Yeah,
it has
at some
this.
point, but
we don't need any of this right now. If it's calling this function, correct?
No, we still do because we still need this, basically this, right? Because we only want it to decrement the health if these are actually dying.
Mm-hmm. Still the wrong script.
So we still need
home dot
that
chaser.
And then there we just
killed or chase. I don't remember exactly what it was. Chaser died there. That should just be it. I don't think that had any kind of call.
Okay, so now if I run it again,
they only have one.
Do they only have one?
I thought you did change it to that.
One of each of the colors.
Goop spawner controller. Go over to that script. Didn't you change it to only one? I'm not entirely sure where that was.
No, it's in here. I think it was.
The parent? There you go. Int num to give.
Let's change it back to 1, just for the heck of it. So now they'll all spawn one thing, and after I kill it...
uncheck maximize on play so we can see the whole screen so we can watch them while they're off screen. There.
After I kill it, it'll destroy the spawner, maybe?
Yes. Perfect. We can see the whole thing. See, it is taking damage. It is animating, I believe. I think. It's hard to tell. It's so far away. Yeah, that one's gone. Those two are gone. I was right.
Oh. Chunky boy.
Look at that.
Okay. All right. No, that's fixed.
Do we need to... Is that home getting set in the garbage disposal level?
I have no idea.
Should we
Probably not.
put a check on that and chaser move this one and level name equals boss? Level name dot contains boss.
Either that or just even like
if home not
yeah,
equal to
I think
null.
that'll do it.
Hey, Bubby.
I think that'll do it. We'll find out when we find out.
I can't wait. Hey. Hey. No. Don't do that. This is why you don't just uncomment things.
Shh.
It breaks things.
Shh. Hi, cat.
Let the goops go home.
Okay.
Yeah?
What else?
Let them go home.
Yeah.
Will you sit with me?
So that happened, which is good.
I also can't believe it's not butter. It's amazing. Can you come sit?
And picking your brain again for the spawn.
There's nothing there though.
The spawning nature of the spawners.
The spawning nature of the spawners.
How many do you want to spawn at once ever?
I mean, I think between 1 and 4 is still a good amount to have from a single one. So that's times 4. So it's a maximum of 16.
Because I even feel like
no,
4 is too many from a single spawner
at a single time.
Yeah.
3 maximum.
I think 3 maximum is fine. I think 12 12 at most on screen at once is acceptable.
No.
And so that is still
Why don't you
ultimately
sit
set
with me,
in here.
What is it? Are you gonna fight another moth today?
And those are random, so it's not even right now. It's variable whether they'll spawn even that many or not.
That's what
change
random
this
does.
To 3. Is that inclusive or is that exclusive?
I don't know.
In between, it was already 3 because that upper value is exclusive. So you don't need to change that.
Ha ha!
Leave this health thing as it is. Spawns is getting passed in. Now this I don't think makes a ton of sense. Number spawn. It's active. Number spawn is more than 0, and the goops on screen is less than the goop spawn max. Oh, that's not. Nope, that's not what I wanted at all. This is what I wanted.
Colette loves the code. She wishes to become one with it.
See, I bet there's something. Cause this like turns on the flashing and changes that active state. spawns a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if this being out of step with the spawn itself is potentially fucking something up, or has the potential to do so. Is there a reason why this value is getting decremented after the spawn happens for some reason?
Why would it happen beforehand?
Well, I'm saying that here's like it spawns a thing, and then just some time passes, and then it goes, and then the number it needs to spawn goes down. Why is there a reason this isn't up here? Just like after the spawn? Because this appears to only be just for this animation, right? And I guess to change the active state.
Well, it's never gonna spawn more if it's or if it's not active. So it's active to false. It spawns them, flashes, decreases the number, and moves on.
And you want it to flash whenever it's spawning guys, or? Colette, stop.
Never.
When do we want it to flash?
And I'm assuming spawning is fine.
Or do you want it to flash when it takes damage, just to be one more indication that that is happening?
Do that. I don't know.
Because I don't necessarily think we need like, it would technically function a little different this way, but I don't necessarily think we need to like, I kind of worry about like this super elaborate mechanism and update to call this coroutine when we can just have the coroutine spin up at the start of the fight and then just loop itself. I don't know.
Dustin over here hating on my Rude Goldberg code.
What else does this change? Okay, we're in the current document. Like, is the active thing only for spawning too, or spawning groups? Starts false. Time to spawn. Sets it to true. And that is probably just called from like the scene since it's public. Yeah, it's not called anywhere else in here, so it's even. Like, that's just called by the parent probably when the rest of the scene is set up. Yeah, start spawning. And it spins up all the spawners. And so the thing that I would probably do here is I'd probably get rid of this and this and just have this call start this coroutine. And then this can just do every some number of seconds. If we can spawn a thing, spawn a thing. I don't know. What do you think of that?
I mean, if you have a way to make that, I don't see why not.
Because then it'll never, like, I also think there's a small chance that, and this is going to speak to somewhat to my lack of knowledge of the very detailed inner workings of coroutines in Unity, but I think there is some chance with the other one that, like, probably not, because I think the way you've set it up with the active, with, like, all the variables, I think this wouldn't happen. Like, I think the way you specifically coded it, I don't think this would occur. But in general, I think the way you have coded it, where there's like a call to to spinning up a coroutine and update like that, could result in the coroutine launching a bunch of times, which I think would just start it over. Like, I don't think it would run a bunch of them in parallel. I don't think that's how coroutines work in Unity.
Yes, Wade. I have this. It's important.
But it would still fuck up the sequencing of shit if calling it started it over when it wasn't supposed to be started over. Whereas if the only way it starts itself over is when it reaches the end of all the things that it's going to do, then that shouldn't ever happen with any single instance of an object like that.
Sweetie, I barely know how to code and hardly know what coroutines are, so also this code is from like years ago at this point.
So you know what? Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. You can make these public, right? Let's see.
That's a good question.
Sure can. Okay. And then so we're gonna grab this. Probably the wait time variable isn't actually gonna be passed.
I am going to show you just where that lives, Wade.
Oh, actually, that might not work. I might have to.
I wonder if can I post links in the
Let's
chat?
do that. Let's do this instead. We'll leave the time to spawn thing. That's fine. And then in here, we'll just change this into there. I'll just actually for right now, I'll just make that some random variable. Oh, damn it. Okay, so that's all just arbitrary to get us going. We're gonna comment this out for right now. That appears to be good to go. This actually doesn't need to be public anymore.
I think I knew they had zipper tees on here.
Huh?
Or zipper hoodies. Interesting. I'm at Redbubble right now. Sorry. I had a question to answer. Which I might magnet is tempting. Not that I need to buy more things from my Redbubble store.
I mean, at least you get a little kickback, right?
I don't think I do if I buy my stuff. I think I get it.
You just get a discount. I mean, that's functionally the same thing.
I think so.
It's not really different. If they pay you after the fact for paying full price, or if they give you a discount off the sticker price.
I know TeePublic. I think I do get paid if I buy something. I'll like $2 of it. I never did make that that pair, that will you go to prom with me pair, sad one from New Year's. I meant to. I have the picture on my phone. I still need to make higher resolution pure cachette though. I've not done that, and that is a crime that I have in fact committed, and I deeply apologize for not following through on that. I could paint pure cachette.
Right. I'm gonna leave a bunch of these
infinite canvases.
Oh gosh, what did I do? There we go. Okay. Why aren't you there? Visual Studio just being slow and stupid.
Everyone is pure cachette.
Alright, let's check this out. What are you checking? You gonna check my math over here?
Whomst?
Alright.
I did math in my head today, and it was to figure out how long it would take my coworker to do 7 ornaments that took her a half hour.
What was your estimate?
It was... The number was supposed to be 7. The number was 7.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, what math am I checking?
All right, so change this. So it still calls this function.
Yeah.
That function now, in each of these spawn controllers, just spins up the coroutine, doesn't do any of this other shit. This is all just commented out in case I fuck something up and I need to go backward.
Well, I'm pretty sure that wait time does need to get set.
So, put on here.
All of that still probably needs to happen.
Got rid of that. Wait time's in here now.
Okay.
Still random if we want it. It's fine.
It's
what?
active to start without that change up there.
What do you mean?
It's already false going into this.
We shouldn't need this at all, I don't think.
Okay.
Because the only thing that this was
God, I hope this breaks.
This was mostly to stop it from updating an update before you wanted it to start doing stuff.
Before I wanted it to update.
Before you wanted it to update. Let's
God,
check
I
all
hope
the
this
other.
breaks.
Leave that there for now. That was the only place it was being checked. So that's yeah. So we shouldn't need those at all. Sets a value, does this stuff. I'm gonna move this up here because I still don't know if there's a good reason for why it's not. This is gonna start the flashing and spawn a thing immediately.
Bang.
Decrement the value. Wait for a little, stop the flashing. Wait for a little longer.
Take a nap. Got it.
And then here we need but we do need a check here. We need it right here actually. Might as well have it surround all this stuff. Everything up to here, I guess. No, you fucker.
Damn.
Oh, just so it'll stop being mad at me for a second. Okay, and then we're gonna go back here to where your update code was and borrow
everything.
Just these two.
Everything. If I had my pen in here, I could make a higher res Purkachet right now.
Okay.
I'd have to send the image over.
Spin up a waiting variable.
I'm lazy.
If we're good
Every
on spawns,
handle.
it'll spawn a thing, and then start flashing and wait a little bit. And then if we're not, it'll wait a little less time, and then start over. That make sense?
Sure.
You sound less sure than I wanted you to be.
No. I'm not quite at the 5% I promised of me being alert and a.
Oh, you're lower than 5%.
No.
You're using less than 5% of your power.
Way. But, I'm feeling the sleeps, my dude.
I do think we need to,
Panic, yes. Always.
At least to test this more deterministically, we need to, like, not have these all be random for...
Coward. Just say, like, 3.
2.
Coward.
And then, over here... Where the fuck was that number?
The whomst?
How many goofs were spawning?
I don't know.
Number to give.
I mean, it's still just giving him 1. Give him 4. There you go. Keep it,
So each spawner should spawn 4 goops for a total of 16 spawned across the level. And it should only spawn them 2 at a time. And they should be slightly interleaved where they should have...
only spawn them 2 at a time. if they are being killed. If they're not being killed, they won't spawn.
You're saying it'll only spawn one and
It'll
not
spawn
the second one?
2. It'll
Right.
spawn the maximum number
So
if they haven't been killed.
Sure, I'm laying out the proposed
Oh my god.
what we believe
Vote
to be
no
true.
on Millage B.
I'm laying out what we believe to be true before we test this. So I want to make sure we're on the same page of what we think is going to happen.
Oh, I have no idea what's going to happen.
What we intend to happen.
Wow.
It's going to start the level. It's going to spawn. Each spawner will spawn one goop. Wait a little bit, that variable amount of time, and then spawn another goop.
Sure.
And then nothing should happen until a goop dies.
Yes.
And then at that point, whichever one we killed a goop from should spawn another goop.
Yes.
And then wait a couple of seconds, and then either do nothing and keep spinning, or spawn another goop if we happen to have killed one in that time frame, right? And for a total of 4 goops per spawner.
Allegedly.
If we kill them all.
Uh-huh.
And then if we kill them all, that should
blow up.
destroy all the spawners, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's we both are on the same page of what we think will occur when we do this. Let's see if we're right.
Bold of you to assume that the book that is my brain has
I
any
need to
pages.
Maximize this.
No, don't. I want to watch it.
I guess so.
I want to watch the
At least
spawner.
let me make the gameplay window a little bigger.
You should unpause it, because then it'll reframe the HUD to the thing. Maybe. Or unless, do you have that set? I don't know. It seems to be fine.
Okay, so you have one set.
Okay, there we go. They've
That
spawned
all
their
of them
second
spawned a second thing, and they were slightly out of sync, which is fine, because that's within the... And now I'm going to give it a second and not kill them, because I just want to really sit on it and make sure that it doesn't spawn anymore, but it kind of looks like it's not.
I mean, this seems to have been about a similar amount of time passing since the first...
Okay, so let's lay some of these guys
give
out.
these butts so much health.
Like I said, I mean, we just need to change it. I mean, we need to...
Thank you.
All right.
I love them.
Okay, so that purple one did come out.
I love these guys.
So
These
I killed
are
one
among
purple.
my
Lorraine, help me count how many
favorite
things I've
things.
destroyed.
There might be a second purple. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat. At the same
3 purples.
There's the 4th purple.
Oh, he's trapped. He's stuck in the wall. Oh, he's gonna die. Okay.
Well, he's dead.
And then something bad happens.
You died.
Oh,
and-
okay. Well,
yeah.
that'll do it. Well, that looked right.
For your
have to
information,
play a little better.
Wade, these are very similar to how I doodle random ghosts a lot of the time, and I love them. That's all.
All right, we'll do the same exact thing. I just have
Boos
to.
and Hollow Knight bugs are fairly good assimilations to them.
Is that 2 of everything? Sure looks like it. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so now I have to not die and actually kill my way through all these guys.
Get good.
Uh-huh.
You move so far over that the background moved behind you.
Yeah, the aspect ratio isn't really right on the screen anymore.
Yeah.
So I think I killed the purple one again, because those guys appear to be just like ahead of the pack with the way that they're working.
These little guys are friends, and I'm extremely happy that they're making it back into the game.
Okay, so now the spawner's gone,
yeah,
and
the
we
spawner
killed...
is gone.
So that means the health and the guys aren't quite in sync, so we might just want to... That could be totally correct. See how there's still a purple guy left?
Yeah, I'm aware. I have eyes.
Because I don't actually know that math. I haven't done that math myself.
There's a new one that just came from the red. I think is what they're gonna number. Yes, that is the number red. Thank you, Sesame
Okay,
Street.
that, and then that if I'm right, I think that we should be done with
Okay,
red
red
guys
is
now.
gone. Brown spawned another one. There should be another brown soon, unless. Yep, there we go. There it is. I don't think.
And
You've
I don't think
killed
I killed any of the
yellow
yellow ones yet,
Yeah,
because those guys are really tanky.
they big boys. These are precious.
All right, so
friends.
everything's gone except for these dudes. And this is probably going to be
One.
2 more. Maybe not.
2.
Okay.
There it is. Yeah, just give it a
Alright.
second.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it right. I'm gonna actually let it sit. Looks like
You
we're
should
done.
see more of the bosses. I put so much love into the frog boss in this game. He's one of the best animated things I've probably ever done.
Yeah, that's the honestly, Lorraine, of all the boss fights we've touched, that's the one I think that needs the most work mechanically, because it does look good, but he doesn't do much. I think we need to maybe make him do 1 or 2 more things. But I agree with you. He's a sharp-looking.
I mean, there's a reason that he's
Sprite.
also an enemy in Cucumber because we just literally recycled him and gave him a tie.
I think he's got a tie in this game too.
No, he does not. He does not have a tie.
Alright.
He is buck naked.
All right, that worked. That did. That worked.
He's here. He's spawning.
All of the things I proposed came true. With the exception of the health must be slightly out of sync per guy. Like,
load up that frog fight right now, and I will show you that he doesn't have a tie.
Hope it doesn't break.
He'll be in there.
Broken.
Even if it's broken, he will be there. Frog, 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 frog. Oh, he does have a tie.
See, I would say he's just the same. He's the same sprite.
I didn't think he did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just the exact
same. He makes so many frogs out. Look at him go. I love you, frog.
His tongue might be broken too.
No,
there it goes.
There it is.
No, it's working.
See? Goes up and down. It's got a sound effect too.
Honestly, if you wanted to change this fight and leave it functionally basically the exact same thing, we could just have him go anywhere. He's in water.
That is true.
Like, he could just go in any direction and be pointed in any direction when he moves.
That he was trapped.
Because that's really the problem with this scene, is that he only lives down there, and the only way he hurts you is if you like directly come into contact with him at the bottom of the tank. I'd be totally fine with that. But we can have that discussion again at a later date, more specifically. Hey, Colette, stop it. Hey, stop, chill out. Leave the couch alone. Well, then let's check this. It's got the spawner controllers.
Yeah. You're needy tonight, aren't you? Will you stop with the couch? Hey, knock it off.
So you get health equal to spawns times 5. That's like projectile damage.
When are you having it check its death?
Whenever it takes damage, I think. But I'm trying to see, Chaser died. Here we go. Chaser died doesn't do a damage check, it does a death check, which is also fine, I guess. So it's just... Oh, and that's... Okay, so that's why. Because it's totally divorced from that health value. See, this is just if num spawns equals 0.
I think that was intentional.
Do you want it? That can be fine. It just depends on how you do. Because you're gonna have to put a ton of bullets into that thing. Like, I don't know if we want them to be that way or not. Because that would mean that, like, even if you like, say they spawn 4 guys total.
Mm-hmm.
That would mean that if you destroyed 3 of them, you would still have to put a full health bar's worth of health into it to kill it. Like, it wouldn't account for that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want it to be that way? I don't know.
I mean, I think the way it is fine. I think it's fine with it destroying itself when the guys are empty.
No, but I'm saying is, do we just want it to decrement from health as opposed to just being a hard limit of it just kills itself when they're all gone? So meaning that if you killed like half of them and then for whatever reason decided to loop back and shoot the thing, it would take less time to shoot it down with bubbles. If you had destroyed some of the goops but not all of them. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's say at full health, let's say you spawn 4 guys, and that'll give it 20 shots worth of health. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm making up numbers.
I mean, 4 guys. If it has 4 guys and it's times 5 health, then yes, that's how math works. Amazing.
So that would mean that we could either have it so if you killed like 2 of the guys, it will still take 20 shots to destroy it manually by shooting it, or we could have it so if you kill 2 guys, it would then take 10 shots to kill it.
Oh, that's what
I'm trying to say.
I mean, that's probably fine. Like, just, I still think having it check the number to spawn. I Having it destroy itself when they're gone is fine. I don't have a problem with that personally.
The problem with this is, or problem, I guess, depending on how you look at it, is that
because it's still, even if you change how the health is tracked, so wait, are you just having? All right, think for a second.
Checking this value means that they're always going to destroy themselves once that they've spawned everything they can spawn, not once everything that they've spawned has been destroyed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's the part that I was forgetting, is that check.
So if we change it to just the health, we'll accomplish two things. And I'm asking if we want to accomplish two things. If we change it to just be a function of health,
why accomplish two things when you can accomplish 0 things?
If we change it to just be a function of health, and then we decrement the health every time a guy dies, then it will actually only die from all the guys being killed if they're all killed. And also it will have less health as you kill them. So if you were to shoot it manually, it would die more quickly as you killed the guys that it spawns.
That sounds reasonable.
All right, so then let's.
Took me a second to.
All right, so we're gonna get rid of this.
Get rid of it. Throw it away. Whom Steven cares?
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. Rip Trippy God YT, whatever.
And then, actually, I'm going to come up here, and just in case we end up changing this, because I want them to be the same.
Hi, Hopcat. Hi. Good thing we're not using that mic right now, because you've been, like, rubbing up against it. You goober.
Health.
Crouch Cat. Will you come sit? Why don't you want to sit with me? You're pretty sleepy. Will you honk? There's a spot for you. Why don't you want to sit next to me? What a cat.
Oops. Okay, so its health is equal to spawn times spawn health multiplier, just in case we want this value to be different. We can just change it here, and then also be referenced down here, where health minus
I was gonna say, couldn't you just do the multiplier? Right? That would work.
Is this not public or something? What's it mad about? What did I do wrong?
It's not mad about anything. You're searching for the word health.
I thought that was like also redlined. Never mind. Okay.
I mean, it was when you didn't have any, like, a semicolon or anything else after that.
So I'll take away some health for that.
Twaz upset.
And
is that the right? Is that the right math? Is that just? Am I just dumb?
What?
I'm thinking. Subtracting the multiplier would be right? Because then it does it for each of them.
I think so. Let's find out.
Because if there's 4 and you subtract 5 4 times, yeah, that's right. Sometimes basic mathematics be hard. And by sometimes, I mean constantly. Because I'm dumb.
I'm just going to change this back to 2, because we already basically confirmed that it is spawning additional guys correctly.
Wow.
And so it should give us 2 guys per thing, 8 total, and if I kill them all upon the second guy dying, they should die, the spawners. Oh, whoops. That's not right.
It's wrong.
That's the wrong level. That's not the level we're testing right now.
Coward.
Not at all.
Test the frog level. Frog.
Okay, there's one of everything.
Did he always have a tie?
I'm pretty sure he always had a tie.
Did he always have a tie?
Because I'm pretty sure they were always the same sprites.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure. Like maybe in some concept art or something, at some point he didn't have a tie. But I'm pretty sure for as long as he's had like function in the game, he's always had a tie. We've got some old builds you could like kicking around on some of those test computers. You could try to boot up.
I highly doubt it would be different. Like, Because it animates. Like, there's
All right,
no
so
way
I
it
did
wouldn't...
kill everything. Did you? Well, I guess we can just double check on the last one. I'm assuming they all died when the second guy died. I wasn't looking that hard.
No, I'm too busy
But
having an
in this
existential
case-
crisis over Frau.
In this case, I just killed one, and it's still up. So. All right, that looks good to me.
I mean, it seemed to work.
That looks like a solid evening's worth of effort, I would say.
Did you know that canonically he is a frog from Super Cucumber who got stuck in the pipes? That's why he's here.
Well, that was pretty good. Not bad.
Sometimes I do good things.
While we're still here, let's clean this up a little bit, because I think this is, having tested it for all of 10 minutes, I'm going to say that this code is pretty stable.
You say that now.
Because that's the...
And
that's,
yet, it is built on the
because
bones of my
that's how I fucking roll. I'm a goddamn nightmare.
Sweetie, I'm Mrs. Nightmare. Let's go.
So let's go ahead and just get rid of a
No!
bunch of this,
Curly brace. Thank you.
bunch of this shit that
Rut
we're
row
not using
indeed.
anymore. We can always revert it back.
That's a lie, and you know it. Let's see what it is. Colette, will you stop?
Hey, cat, knock it off. I'll leave update in case we need to ever put anything else update, but
Just, can you, for right now, can you do a comment in update?
sure.
Go to there, just do the comment. Make a smiley face.
Like a smiley face or like a winky face?
Any kind. There you go. That's it. That's all I want.
Okay.
Thank you.
Colette
is ornery
Coop
because
Max
she wants treats.
can stay.
Because she gets treats when she's
This
good when
other
we're
stuff
streaming.
is fine. Don't
Our
need
cat has
this
learned
anymore.
what I sound like, or what it means when I sign off
And
of
that's
something.
good. Okay.
Like when I say goodbye. We were doing a family dinner call last night. Last night? Yes. Today's only Thursday. And I said goodbye, and she was just like, "Oh my god, it's time for treats." And I'm like, "No, this wasn't a stream." But then she got treats after the art stream because she was very good. And slept the whole time.
Alright, it looks like it's working.
I want it to just implode. I want there to be an unmitigated amount of explosion animations right now that I did not make and were not planned. And they're not happening, and I'm very upset.
I'm just gonna destroy this with a purple dye to watch that one die in real time. Alright. Okay, cool.
They're clipping through the walls because they're like pathing is they were meant for a room without these walls, so they move with such a vigor that it pushes them through the very thin single pixel line colliders that are on everything. And yeah, we're probably just gonna make it so they can move through all walls. I think that was a
I still think
proposition
that's
at
a
one
good
point.
idea. It's the path of least resistance to make them work right. They always go towards Marta anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna call it. Considering you were kind of at low ebb, I was to some degree a little out of it before we started this. I'm gonna call that a successful stream.
That is harder than you think, Brian, because it is kind of procedurally generated. At least the colliders are built more on the fly. And I also don't know how much more solid like a box collider would be in that regard. So it's a little pointless to do it that way. We'd have to do it, make the level the way I used to make levels, which made Dustin very upset. So we're not going to do that anymore because it makes Dustin very upset. You can see him right now, extremely perturbed and distraught at any suggestion of doing levels the way I used to make them, which is apparently wrong. It's better than
I'd say
Greed
wrong.
Island.
Definitely slower. Like a Greed Island. Oh.
Talk about triggering.
Anyway.
My gourdness.
Okay, yeah, I think that's good.
Bang bang.
I think we'll call it
Evening.
an evening on that. Actually, let's double check. Was there any issues with the spawners even on this list?
Nah.
Explosions.
I mean, that's an issue. But
Nope.
it's an issue that they're not there.
This one, I'm going to say that's good. I'm going to say that this is checked off the list. They seem to be working fine.
Because someone forgot my code.
This
We didn't even do anything like the thing you were thinking about.
No, but we got something else working.
But yeah, it's fine. I'm just saying that we did not even touch that. Because I don't even know how we got distracted. I'm gonna blame Brian for talking about Hunter x Hunter, bringing up the forbidden topics on a video game stream.
Anyway, all right, I think we're gonna call it. We'll hopefully be back next Thursday with more of this. I still would love to do this online 2 times a week. I'm still not sure if we'll be able to make it work. I'm sure sometimes we'll end up doing that. I don't know if it'll be a regular occurrence, but like I said, I still might get on here alone at some point, but it's just much less useful to talk to the void and occasionally look at chat. Like, it's just not as good as having somebody in the room to bounce ideas off of. Someone else to look at chat while I'm editing stuff or whatever. It's just not a great experience to use your mind to the degree that you need to write code, and then also be looking back and forth at a chat window. And
I'm not using my mind at all right now. I can confirm that. You can't use what you don't have.
But we should be back next Thursday with more of this.
Incredible.
Maybe in other intervals we'll be back with more of this. I kind of want to get online on Tuesday and just play when the new Destiny season launches. That's kind of up to you, but I'm sort of feeling that.
I mean, that's a day thing, right?
So maybe we'll do that. Maybe
they said when the closing Guardian game ceremony is?
It's tomorrow through the weekend, I think.
Oh, so it's not the actual end day end. Okay, so that was never clear. Because why would you get a medal, 2 medals to turn in when you can't turn in when it's the last day? Okay, that makes sense.
So
I don't know why they called the other week's ones ending ceremonies and didn't have it count. I hate Guardian games. They're dumb and bad and really stupid, and I want them to leave.
So whatever. But yeah.
Bang.
So we will sign off for the evening. We'll be back next Thursday with more of this. Probably play Destiny on Tuesday afternoon. So
incredible.
I don't know, 1 p.m. Eastern time ish. Maybe we'll do some of that.
And just gotta double check. They have the update, the maintenance schedule. So just
whatever.
We'll check against that.
And then until then, I'm gonna reach over.
Maybe podcast this weekend.
Yeah, I would like to. We'll see what happens. See if we're available. See if other people are available.
Heard some cats.
But
some cool cats.
Until then, I'm gonna reach over and click this. And we will see you later, internet.
Bye,
bye, folks. So long, internet land. Meow.